pick, the Sixers select Allen Iverson.
Iverson, the crossover dribble.
Iverson. Oh, no!
Iverson stole the ball. And how do you like that?
Iverson has Jordan. Allen shakes, break, yes!
Iverson steps over Teron Lue.
I don't think there's any guard that size other than Isaiah that's going to have that career. I don't think anyone.
I think a lot of the guards like Ty Lawson, they thanking Allen Iverson, thanking guys like Isaiah to say, you know what, if I'm 5'10", 5'11", or even 6 foot, I can use my quickness. If I got a jump shot, use the pick and roll. Allen Iverson said that he can get knocked down 100 times, he's getting right back up.
Yeah, but
I think he maxed out. Yeah, I don't think he. You won't look at Allen Iverson and say he did not reach his potential. I mean, he was MVP of our league once. You know,
four-time scoring champion.
Yeah, so
there's nothing. If you get more out of that, he gets more out of that. Yeah, unbelievable talent. And an unbelievable culture impact. He made your appearance, your demeanor, your attitude that people thought were threatening, not non-threatening,
right? And
realized that it's just a way of.
Was that
being.
good?
I think so. I really do. I think overall, he had his qualms, things about he probably should have done better, but in terms of a breaking down a wall and a barrier of stereotypes, I think he changed some of that, and I think that he made guys who wouldn't wear braids. He might have, I don't even know if Tim Duncan...
Some people wearing braids too long now.
Yeah, true.
Too long, yeah.
But I'm saying, too long. It was a stereo, it was a profile. And I think, the way he dressed and what he did, he kind of changed the whole culture and the attitude. And you had guys, I even think maybe Tim Duncan had some braids at one time, you know what I mean? So it's kind of all, he just changed your thought process in a good regard in that way, even though there were certain things he could have did better.
Iverson's impact on the court was immense. 11-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champ, 2-time All-Star Game MVP, 2001 NBA MVP. But his influence away from the court may have been greater. With more on Iverson's cultural impact, his presence on the court was felt immediately.
Allen shakes, break, gets two!
Ironically, though, for a guy affectionately referred to as the little guy, perhaps his biggest role was changing the league's clean-cut image.
Just because you put a guy in a tuxedo don't mean he's a good guy.
The NBA had already merged sports and entertainment, but Iverson really took it to another level with the hip-hop thing. When you consider the cornrows, the tattoos, the jewelry. Believe me, there were a lot of people who didn't like it. As far as he was concerned, who cares?
He brought style to the game of basketball. He brought flair. He brought, the tattoos. He brought the braids. He brought, he made guys feel good about themselves on the basketball court. Gave guys swag.
Once a rarity, in today's game, upper bodies in many cases resemble works of art, including the league's two brightest stars, LeBron James and Kevin Durant. That may not have been the case if not for the man who showed us both on the court and on his upper arms that he could hold his own. And indeed, only the strong survive.
I think he's one of a kind. Just his size, and just the culture, and the tattoos and the headband. He was one of the first people to be accepted like that. And I think the majority of guys, we all look the same way now.
In the year 2000, Iverson's on-court image seemed to go hand in hand with his new venture as a hip-hop artist, when he added Jules to his ever-growing list of nicknames.
This type of murder don't need no hook, just 40 bars from the mouth of a crook.
I'm gonna put some up there big enough for any kid that can read or any adult that can read. It says this album is for nobody under 21 years old.
Whether positively or negatively received, Iverson was always himself. And as time went on, taboo became trendy.
Anytime you bring Allen Iverson's name up, they will always think great things about him because of his ability to play the game at a high level every night, through injuries, through everything. And, he transcended a lot of things for a lot of youth as well with the way he, did things on and off the floor.